We will continue this agile approach, covering a little more topics. So let's have a look at what we have to learn today. So today's lecture is going to cover these three topics, the agile management together. So in this agile management, we will learn first about the agile stakeholder engagement. We have learned stakeholder management and stakeholder engagement in the PMBOK Guide 6th edition processes before, but that was totally focusing mostly on the traditional practices. So here we will learn in agile way how the same stakeholder engagement can be managed with a different mindset or a different approach. So we will learn new terms like agile charter. In the traditional way, we had project charter, if you remember. So here we will have agile charter to cover. So, and in addition to that, some agile methods to keep people engaged, like how we can engage the people. And a little bit also we will touch about conflict management in this area. The first area, agile stakeholder engagement. This will be our biggest topic for the day. And then we will cover with the planning part. In agile planning, what we will learn is some techniques, like time boxing technique, estimation, such things we will get to learn in the planning section. And the lastly, we will cover or conclude today's session with the problem solving section. So in this section, we will first understand what different types of problems are there, the risks when they are converted to issues, right? So what costs do we have to take care of, how to provide the solutions to these problems. All these things we will learn in the problem solving. All right. So without much delay, shall we move ahead? Agile stakeholder engagement. We have learned the details about stakeholder engagement and the stakeholder management processes, as I told you before. In this section, we will learn, the focus will be not to learn all those processes or the associated ITTOs again, but we will be focusing our approach to this stakeholder engagement. So instead of repeating the same processes, the techniques, outputs, inputs, tools and techniques that we need, if we just repeat the same thing, it's no fun, right? And we need not to. Here, what is expected of us in the PMP exam is whether we are able to answer these questions in this agile approach, agile methodology, or agile way of thinking or not, right? That is what we will be tested at. We were told that we will be having 50% of the questionnaire in the agile way. So what does that mean? The same question, of course, they'll not ask the same question, but if PMP wants if PMI wants, the same question can be asked in both ways. What will you do in a traditional way? What will you do in an agile way? So in this section, let us go a little bit deeper and understand how we can answer a particular type of question in an agile way. So when we do the same thing in the agile way, the traditional soul of this topic is still going to stay the same, right? So all the processes that we have learned, that is not obsolete. Don't worry about it. The processes still are valid, but the way we think, our mindset is going to be agile way. So, like for example, the change is not so welcome in the traditional way. So in the agile way, we always welcome the change. So let's have a look in depth about what we can learn in this section.